right, this is day 3 of week 2 for Sound Innovations Book 1. We are doing on page 31, numbers 124 through 126. So in the past 2 videos, we talked a lot about low 2, and we played a lot with low 2, and now we're starting to use low 2 and high 2 again. So we've got it on Ode to Joy. We're going to change the rhythm in the first and second ending. Let me play for you and you'll know why. So here's how it's written out, but it doesn't know that you're smarter than you are. So it thinks you're not so smart, but which is silly because you're intelligent and super smart and you know how the song goes. So here's how it's written out. So it would go like this. Okay, it sounds like Ode to Joy, right? Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. But there's something a little bit different about it. So I'm going to play it the way that you know that it sounds, and then I'll show you how to write that in your music. So it's going to sound like this. So notice how I changed the rhythm in the first ending. So what you're going to do is you are going to add a dot to the first quarter note and then add a flag to the second quarter note. I'll see if I can try to show it on the camera here. I'll probably also just take a picture and upload it so that you have more time to see. I can't see because the lighting is really weird in here, so I don't know if you can see that or not. So I think I'll just take a picture and upload it so that you can see what I'm talking about. So you do the same thing on the second ending. All right, so let's go ahead and say the notes for Ode to Joy and make sure that we know what we're doing. So it's going to go B, B, C, D, D, C, B, A, G, G, A, B, B, A. Repeat. B, B, C, D, D, C, B, A, G, G, A, B, A, G, G. So remember those dotted quarter notes, we've played them in some other things. Remember, it's like getting 3 eighth notes together. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So think 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. So when you get there, B, A. So if you're subdividing anything about your eighth notes, it'd be 3, 1, and then 4 for the half note, right? So just really think about how the eighth notes, the smallest beat's like the lowest common denominator. The smallest beat fills up everything. All right, so feel free to practice pizzicato with me the first time through. I'm gonna go ahead and arco it. If you're ready to do that too, go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you wanted to be a little easier on the second ending, you could use 4th finger A, and then you won't have a string crossing slur with that dotted quarter eighth note. So that would look like this. I'm going to play from measure 3, taking the second ending. It would look like this. So then you would have your 4 ready to go, and it'd be a little bit easier for that slur, because you don't also have a string crossing slur at the same time. So those are options, and that's whatever you feel comfortable with. Either way is totally okay with me. Something really cool about Beethoven's Ode to Joy, or Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, is that the Germans revere it so much that when it's performed in their home country, they all stand to show respect, as if it's their national anthem or secondary national anthem. So that's really kind of cool. So when you play this with a little bit of pride and joy, and just really play it with your very best sound. It's really important that this one's really special. All right, we're going to do 125, playing C natural. All right, let's go ahead and say the note names together. Ready? Here we go. G, A, B, C, D, D, C, D, B, C, B, A, F sharp, G. All right, so remember we're going to have low 2 and high 2, so make sure you're paying attention to that. So when you're saying your C's, remember you can say C natural or C, they mean the same thing. But when we get to that F, it is definitely F sharp. It is not just an F. So you got to make sure that you're thinking about your 2 doing that dance again between low 2 and high 2. All right, here is 125. 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure that you get that high 2 F sharp. So make sure that your 2 is always paired with a finger right now. It's either going to be paired with 1 or paired with 3. Don't let it get stuck in no man's land. And I call that like F flarp, where it's like flat and sharp together. It doesn't make any sense, right? So make sure that you have it paired so it's always with a buddy. If you wanted to, if you have a sticker at home or a skinny piece of tape and you wanted to play it with a metronome, or not with a metronome, with a tuner, and make sure that you know exactly where that's supposed to land, or you can even use a pencil for a temporary tape and draw a line so you know exactly where that's going to be in tune. So use a tuner to check that so that you know exactly where that's supposed to go. All right, and finally, let's talk about the minstrel boy. This one is quite tricky, I think, with the rhythms and the slurs and all of that. So I would take a minute to go ahead and clap through it. And then also you might want to write in the note names. So I'm going to go ahead and pizzicato through it one time and then play it with the bow one time. So hopefully that those 2 practices will give you a chance to get everything that you need. All right, so we're going to pizzicato first. Please pizzicato with me when you're ready. So after you figured out what notes you're playing and what rhythms you're playing. Like I said, you might want to take time to clap through. Make sure you know how fast your 8th notes are going to go in respect to your quarter notes. We're going to go 1, 2, ready, here we go. See what I mean by being a little bit tricky? I'm gonna go ahead and get my bow and play it with the bow. Remember, this is a video, so you can pause and rewind and do as many practices as you would like to do. 1, 2, ready, and... You'll notice that there's a sound check at the bottom of the page. It just says, do you understand how to do these things? So I'm going to put that onto a Canvas quiz. Then you just like we did on the video where it's like, yeah, I get what I'm doing. I kind of understand it, but I need to practice it more, or I have no idea. So same type of thing. You're going to just click on that to let me know where you are on your understanding of the things that are listed in sound check. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and make the next video today. So you'll see me wearing the same clothes. All right, I'll see you in the next video.